Yo, what's up guys? Boris here. Now, the brand new Legend Buggy, that is right, confirmed Legend Buggy, is coming out tonight, I believe, on One Piece Treasure Cruise Japan Sugo Fest. And he doesn't look like the best unit. He does not look like he's the best Legend, probably the worst Legend easily. So let's go ahead and go over a few teams that I made. I made a quick guide to help you guys, if you do pull him, to maybe think about some certain ways you guys can use him. So let me just go over here and I can show you guys what this buggy does. So here we go guys, Legend Buggy, of course. Like always, link to the database in the description, and I'll have the link to the damage calculator in this video down below as well, so check those out. We have Legend Baggy Evolved. You know, there's the running joke in the communities that we call him Lord Baggy, but Legend Baggy, Legend Buggy, so he's very interesting. Think of him like Sengoku, sort of. So boost the attack of characters with 40 cost or less by 1.5 times. That's right, 1.5, the lowest multiplier probably possible for this kind of character. And then reduces the HP of attack of non, pretty much 41 and higher by half. So yeah, you do not want to use anybody that's above 50. I mean above 40. You could use like maybe one for utility's sake, but for the most part you want to stick to 40 and below. And thankfully his evolved 6-star form is 40 cost, so he does boost himself, so you can run both of them on the team. But unfortunately the 1.5 is just too low. It's just too low. However, as I said before, he does guarantee duplicating a drop when you complete the dungeon. So you do get you're gonna get one guaranteed dupe. On a raid boss with 5 stages, that's a 1 in 5 chance of getting an extra character. And I do not believe that the dupes get duped with the 2 times stamina. So I might be wrong about that, but from what I understand, well, we don't really know how it works, to be honest. Buggy's not out. It's so tough to tell. We don't know how raid boss. It's just gonna be weird. But his special's kind of cool. Randomizes all orbs. Boosts the attack of characters with cost 40 or less by 1.75 for 2 turns. So his special is awesome. The only problem with the special is that he randomizes the orbs. So before he does the boost, so that's kind of annoying, but I guess it could be good in some cases. He boosts the attack characters 40 cost or less by 1.75. So obviously his special definitely something that might be taken into account. However, most teams run legends as either their captain or subs, so the special is not going to be very good unless you're like using like a very free-to-play team, or like Coliseum, or it's just going to be a weird team. Maybe like you're running like double. I don't know, but it's not going to be a good special in most cases, since most people will run at least one legend on their team. But I've gone ahead and done a few teams here that I can go ahead and showcase. Yeah, it's not looking good. You can probably see the damage. It is not good. Let me make this a bit smaller real quick. But yeah, damage is not looking too good. But this is the best I could come up with, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sure you guys, like I always said, I'm sure you guys can come up with some better teams. But first off, we have this team right here. Legend Buggy Int team. It's just to showcase how much, if you go all in on Int characters, you can do against a Psy boss, and only 1 million. So you have, you can see the Legend Buggy, ability. So everyone gets boosted by 1.75, and then you have a Don Shinjao, which below 30% boost orbs by 1.75 for 2 turns. So overall you have 2 really powerful specials. However, there's no damage. That's how bad the captain ability is. To pair it together, we have Doma from, I believe this is Coliseum Doma, or is this Doma? I'm not entirely sure where this is from, but this is either the Fortnite Doma, or I think this is Coliseum Doma. I'm pretty sure it's Coliseum Doma because it's 30 cost. And pretty much what he does is adjacent orbs to Int, so that's why I want him. So guarantees us 3 matching orbs. Then Trable changes Captain Orb into matching, so that's a 4th matching orb, and locks your orbs, so you get 2 turns of matching orbs. And then finally Virgo gives himself an orb. So this is like just pure Int. Just go pure Int. With 5 guaranteed matching orbs, potentially a 6th if you get lucky. Only 1 million damage against Psy, so pretty insane. And that's if you're below 30. Most of the time you're gonna be around 50, and if you're full health, you're just not doing any damage. So this is not a team I recommend, but this is just a showcase, what you can do. But I mean, you can use this team if you want. If you're facing a Psy boss with not that much HP, you could run something like this. Now a little bit better, I think, would be this one right here. It's a similar concept, but we're running the 3D2Y Nico Robin to guarantee that we're below 30. Also stalls a turn, so this guarantees us 2 turns. You know, the previous build, you didn't stall, so you're probably just dead. But in this one, you do stall, so you get guaranteed below 30. You stall, you can get Danshin Jiao guaranteed. Use Momonga for a guaranteed 1.5 boost for 2 turns. And then you got Doma for matching orbs, so you're dealing a bit more damage if compared here. And you're guaranteed you do it for 2 turns in a row. Now you're dealing 2 million damage to a to a side character, 1 million to others. You know, get some more matching orbs in there, and you know you can do a bit more. But overall, you know, this is much safer than the previous build. And this guarantees you, this is 2 drops. So you can go with 2 different modes with Buggy. You can go either the double drop route where you use double Buggy captain, or the single drop route where you use a different friend captain, and you guarantee at least one. You're guaranteed 1 dupe drop, which could be helpful in some cases. So you know, it's not the worst. So both of these cases were double Buggy. Not much you can really do with double Buggy, unfortunately. Let me show you another double. No, this is a single Buggy. So this is a single Buggy right here. You have you know, Smoker, who's going to be one of the coolest characters to pair with Buggy. Now normally you say, you know, Buggy, why isn't my captain? Well, because Smoker, special G5 Smoker, who I believe it comes out on global as well, like in like a few days. I think the Sugo Fest is going to have this Smoker, so this Smoker is really cool. He's special swaps in with your captain for 2 turns, and when he swapped with your captain, he boosts character. He boosts normally he boosts characters by 2.25, strikers and drivens, but he also boosts them by an extra 1.3 times. So you multiply 2.25 by 1.3. I'm not too sure what that is. Probably like 2.6 something around there. I'm not too sure, but it's a pretty powerful effect. That gets rid of your Buggy captain ability, so all of a sudden you're doing a lot more damage. Caesar friend captain, so this is the driven team right here. Caesar for 2.5 driven and poisons all enemies and boosts. So we're not even using the legend Buggy special. That's how bad this is. I'm gonna use the Master Caesar special because it poisons. Use Hannibal, who's a conditional 1.3 booster for poison enemies. Kobe as a 2-turn orb booster. You could use a 1-turn orb booster if you want to, you know, burst down, but I'll show you why we're doing 2 turns, because we're going to be running Colosseum Lao G, changes Psi, Int, Recovery, and Tandem orbs into G orbs, and then if you hit all perfects, then they become matching orbs. And so pretty much that's 4 out of the 7 orbs. The 5th is a matching orb, so pretty much unless you have red and or blue, you're gonna be good. So just try to avoid getting red or blues leading up to the boss. Pop a Lao G, and you should be good, because then they're running the Flamingo ship. I believe gets you easy way to get. It's easier to get perfects, so getting this ability on Lao G is going to be a lot easier. So this is the first turn, assuming you know all G orbs, and this is from you have Kobe, Hannibal, Smoker, and Master Caesar special all up. Next turn we're going to switch to matching orbs. Now of course, keep in mind, you know, you're probably not going to have all matching orbs. You might be missing 1 or 2, but for the most part, here we go. Now I'm actually not sure if yeah, I'll explain something. Wait, where is it? Purple? Yeah, there we go. Actually, yeah. So there you go. You know, 3.3 million against green. That's a lot better. I mean, against blue, that's a lot better. You know, you're dealing about, I'd say, 3 to 4 million over the course of 2 turns. Not bad at all. And again, I'm not too sure how Buggy with Smoker works in terms of, you know, captain. Like, technically, Smoker will be your captain if you kill him. So will you get the double drop? Maybe. The preview for the character did have Smoker on the team, so if they're showcasing Smoker with Buggy, then we can assume that's going to work like that, where you're going to be guaranteed an extra drop at the end of the dungeon. And then what else? No, this team's okay. This team's okay. Again, relies a little bit on orb luck, which I don't like, but I couldn't really find any better ways to do this. Again, you cannot. I'm avoiding using 40, or, you know, 41 or higher cost characters. So if you want to throw in a raid boss or something, go ahead. Maybe throw in a Shiki or something to guarantee matching orbs. You could definitely do that. I'm not sure actually that I don't even know how to guarantee orbs, but still, you know, it's just one of those things where, you know, it's gonna be tough. But it's definitely a nice team you can run against blue raid bosses if you want one chance to get a dupe. And then the final team, this is the one I'm more, you know, confident with, the one I would probably run if I wanted to run a Buggy team, would be this one. Again, similar concept. There's going to be a Buggy captain with a Massacre Soldier Killer from Coliseum, friend captain. This one is really good. I like this team a lot. I really like this team for a couple of reasons. Very consistent, guaranteed matching orbs, all this stuff. So again, we're going to use Smoker's ability to swap with the captain. Smoker is a striker, so you use that. Get rid of that crappy captain ability. You have a Massacre Soldier Killer who boosts strikers and slashers by 2.75 if they have a matching orb. And with this team, we will have matching orbs. I'll show you why. You use Basil Hawkins, gives top row strength, middle row dex, and bottom row blue. This is, Coliseum Hawkins. Most of you guys have seen him by now. Since your Smoker is going to be in the middle, he'll give a green orb, and then you swap him on top. You're going to use Massacre Soldier Killer's ability for a 7% health cut, so keep that in mind. That's a small amount of damage, but still nice. And the strength and the quick orbs on top and the bottom become matching orbs. So all of a sudden, all your strikers have matching orbs. And you're going to use Leo to cut 20%, so that's a 20% health cut, and then your 7% health cut. So they're starting them off, at around 4/5 health. It's really good, and he locks the orbs, so it guarantees you have this for 2 turns because you're gonna lock the orbs and stalls. So again, you can't die. You get matching orbs, and you start them off at 4/5 health. And then Danchin Zhao, this one is it's not as good as the other one because it's tough to get below 30, but the 50% is still good. So if you're at if you're below 50%. Below 70, even better. So if you're below 70%, it's a 1.5 orb boost, which is still really nice. You can see it still does pretty much 3 million damage for both, for over 2 turns for every single class. And then if you're talking about greens, you're doing 5 million if you hit all perfects, and yellows you're doing 4 million. And again, if you're below that 30, if you can just get below 30%, that number gets boosted by a lot. So this is probably the coolest team, the one I'm most excited about. For a Buggy team, and the cool thing is this is going to be a fast team. You're looking at the highest cooldown is what, Danchin Zhao at 13 turns, Leo at 16. So I mean, Leo at 16, not too bad. You don't even need Leo if you don't need Leo, because remember, it's a 20% health cut, which was nice, but with this amount of damage you might not need it. But I do recommend stalling. So it's a 16 turn, with some cooldown sockets, even more, even less. Could be cool. Team, and you do guarantee a drop. The question is it worth it? Is 1 drop worth it? On a raid boss, it's kind of difficult since there's only like 3. There's only 5 stages, so it's a 1/5 chance of getting a dupe. I don't know. It's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be a difficult question to answer. I think Buggy's gonna be awesome. I really hope he gets a super evolution. I think the reason he's really weak could be potentially for the fact that since they are introducing 6-star plus. They want to start making them a bit weaker so that the 6-star plus characters are not too overpowered. That's just speculation that's going around in the community. I think that's a valid point, definitely a valid point. You don't want it to get to the point where the characters are just, the 6-star pluses are just way better than normal 6 stars. And so the good way to combat that is to start them off a bit weaker than normal and then power them up later. I think it's a good idea. But again, I'm not saying that that's what they're doing. I'm just saying that's what is apparently in the community. That's the idea right now. So hopefully you enjoyed this Buggy video, guys. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. If you get pulling tonight, good luck. Just let me know if you have any better Buggy ideas, guys, because this is all I can really come up with. Until the next time, guys, thanks for watching. Peace.